Today we're talking about books that I just can't seem to finish. Welcome back to Mostly Vanity. Welcome back, everyone, to Mostly Vanity. My name's Kennedy. I'm so excited to be here with you today. This is the show where I talk about books and story and whatever else I want to talk about because it's mostly vanity. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you all for watching and subscribing. It's been really amazing having some really great feedback from people, really great comments, just really kind, amazing community. I love the BookTube community. It's such a great place, and I'm so honored to be a part of it. So, today, we are talking about books that I just can't seem to finish. And there's a lot of different reasons as to why I can't seem to finish these books. And I don't know why for some of them. Some of them, it's just a few things about them. Most of these books are not, I don't dislike them. Well, there's one that I do dislike, and we'll get to that one pretty quickly here in a minute. But I just can't seem to finish them for one reason or another, and I'll talk about the reasons why I feel like I can't finish them. And some of them I'm ashamed of. I'm gonna be honest. Some of them I really don't want to not be able to finish. Like, I want to finish these books. And some things are just not for you, and that's okay. Some things are not for you right now. Some of my favorite things, my favorite video games, favorite shows or movies, I tried first and then really didn't like it. And then I tried it a second time later on, and it was like, oh, well, this is great. I love this, right? And so sometimes it just takes time, and sometimes timing is important. And maybe for these books, I haven't picked the right time yet. But I have tried them multiple times, and again, I just can't seem to finish them. So let's get right into it. The first one is a book that I had to read in school, and I'm a little bit odd. I was homeschooled for most of my grade school career. Throughout career as a school is weird, but I homeschooled through 10th grade. And then I went to a private religious institution. It was just not much different from homeschooling, besides the fact that I was no longer the teacher, which was a little bit jarring. But yeah, so I was really young. I don't know how old I was, maybe 11 or 12. And the curriculum I had made me read The Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne. I do not own a copy of it anymore. And man, I haven't read this book in a long time, maybe 15 years or something. It's been a while. But man, I did not like this book. I couldn't stand the plot. I couldn't stand I just thought the entire book was dull. It felt like a nothing burger to me. Which is a great analogy nowadays. I hear that a lot, nothing burger. I think that's such a great, not analogy or, whatever. I don't know, just the story felt overly dated. It wasn't, I don't know, it didn't hook me, and I just really didn't like it. I didn't like everything about it. I didn't like the prose. It's the one book on this list that I genuinely disliked. And I had to do a book report on it, and I really didn't want to. And my mom, who again was kind of my teacher at the time, at this point I was probably teaching more myself. I just went with the curriculum. I'm pretty good at teaching myself things because of that, which is really great. She was like, if you don't like the book, write about that in the book report. The whole point of the book report is to tell what you got from it and why you liked it or didn't like it. Why it worked or didn't work. Maybe not in that many words, but I was like, oh, so I can write a thing saying how much I hate it. All right, I'm going to do that. And then I did. I really disliked this book. And again, maybe it's my 11-year-old mind at the time or whatever that just didn't like it. But I don't imagine I'm going to try to pick it up again. It's the one book on this list that I both dislike and don't really ever want to try again. There's just so many good books out there. Why do I waste my time on that, you know? And these next two books that I'm going to talk about, beyond this book of Nathaniel Hawthorne's, are books that I want to like. I really want to like these books. I actually own these books. And there's a couple reasons why I can't get through them. And this first one makes me sad because I love this author so much. I'm such a fan of this author, and I've talked about him before on the show. And that's Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. Again, I'm a big John Green fan. I love The Fault in Our Stars. I love The Anthropocene Reviewed. If you've never read The Anthropocene Reviewed, I don't like nonfiction books, and it is probably one of my favorite books of all time. The audiobook in particular is very good because it's read by John Green himself. Anyway, Turtles All the Way Down is his novel that came after The Fault in Our Stars. And I enjoyed what I read in this book, but the problem with it is not that it's not good, or not that I couldn't get into it. It's that it's too good for me. Now, let me explain. This book is about a character, I believe her name is Ava. Asa, excuse me. And this character has very severe anxiety and OCD. And it is so well portrayed that it gave me anxiety. I've definitely struggled with anxiety as well. I would not say I'm OCD in like a categorization sense, but there are things that like I see and I'm like, that's not right. I don't have an answer for why that's not right, but that needs to be like this. I'm weird about things like when I have cash, like I sort it by its by its denomination and by its serial number. Like I'm very weird about certain things like that. And usually when I watch shows or read things that has it portrayed really well, it makes me struggle with it. And so, again, this book is like, what I read of it was really great and really interesting. But man, I just couldn't. It messed with me, man. And I want to come back to it. I want to try it again. Because again, I'm a big John Green fan. I want to read all of his books. I haven't read all of them. I've read Paper Towns, Fault in Our Stars, and The Anthropocene Reviewed. I want to read Looking for Alaska because a lot of people say it's controversial for some reason. I don't know. But anyway, I want to read all of his books. Hoping to do that one day. Hoping to finish this one one day. We'll see. Okay. All right. This last one I'm so ashamed of, and I know I'm going to get roasted. I want to get into this so bad. And I have tried multiple times. I have tried multiple formats. I've tried this paperback. I've tried audiobook. When I say multiple formats, I mean those two formats. I have tried, and I just can't get into it. And I want to, and I'm going to keep trying because people say it's like one of the best books ever. But I just can't get into Dune. I just can't do it. And I feel such shame because I love science fiction. I love fantasy. And I mean, this is like, people hold this book in the same regard as like Lord of the Rings to fantasy. Like this is I feel like this is the sci-fi version of Lord of the Rings. Like it's the magnum opus of the genre. And man, I can't get into it. And there's a couple of reasons I think that has turned me off on it a little bit. One was the first time I read it in paperback. It's, from my understanding, it's written in third omniscient. Now, for those who don't know about like tenses, right? Is a lot of books are written in first person, which is like I, me, my. It's talking, the narrator is the character, right? Third, and then there's third person, there's third limited, which is like basically there is a narrator, but they can only see inside of the character they're following's head at the time. And then there's third omniscient, which is like if two people are talking and, person A says something to person B, and then person A thinks something and person B thinks something, then the narrator in the book hears both of what they say and also hears both of what they think. And it kind of threw me off a little bit. But like I was like, maybe it'll be better in audiobook format. And the audiobook's great, it's fine, but I just was not engaged. I was not fascinated by the world or the amount of stuff they throw at you in the first 20 pages of this book is outrageous, of lore and the world. So it's like the world building I completely respect. I understand why people say it's so amazing. I've just not been able to connect to it. And I have a feeling I haven't picked the right time to read it. And I've thought about maybe watching some of the movies. Maybe that's going to excite me about it. I understand why people love this book. I understand why people hold it in such high regard, why people say it's their favorite book of all time, especially for the time it was written. I mean, fascinating. Out of its world, amazing. But I can't get into it. And I have really tried, and I'm going to keep trying because I want to at least finish and appreciate this book. Even if I finish it and go, it's just not for me, that's okay. But like, as a fan of the genre, I want to at least finish it. So what do you guys think? Am I crazy for not liking Dune? What are some books that you have that like you've just never been able to finish, or you've started a couple times and it just was never the right time, or the books you loathe with a passion? I'd love to hear them in the comments. Please leave them. Check out my weekly writing syncs I do every Monday about the novel I'm writing. I'm writing my first novel, so feel free to check that out. Putting like word counts and just general where my head is, and more ramblings like I do here. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and supporting, and all of your kind words and comments. I appreciate you all. You are appreciated. All right, that's all I got today. See you guys next time.